Alright, I just want to show you how I make my decisions when it comes to the build and runes that I use. So if you haven't seen the patch preview, this patch comes out tomorrow. The most important thing, that's also the title of and thumbnail of this video, is the cashback rune. Is it worth it? It gets buffed from 6% to 8%. Right now, my build on Jinx, my build and runes, these are the runes. You see, I take Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm secondary. Why? Well, because if you do this and you buy BF Sword plus Curl plus Longsword plus Absolute Focus, you two-shot caster minions. So that's the cool part. In laning phase, you can push faster, you can control the lane faster, gives you scaling, and I like these runes. Attack damage is good because attack damage on Jinx is what you need. You already have so many sources of attack speed that you might as well get as much attack damage as possible in your runes and items. That's why I go Yuntal, Infinity Lord Dominix. We skip Zeal item because we don't need Zeal item. Infinity LDR just deals too much damage. That's the reality of things, that's how it goes. So, before we get into the cashback, let's just talk about the other changes, like triple tonic. You don't need this. This is like, you don't need a level up spell, like level skill, level 9, it's useless. Nimbus Cloak. Why would you take that when Absolute Focus Gathering Storm is better? You'll see why in a minute. I have a plan how to do this. Bloodline. I used to run Bloodline a lot, but right now you see I have Alacrity. Why? Well, because if you take damage, you're kind of dead already on ADC. Like, that's just it. And you can just not sell Doran Blade if you want a bit of lifesteal. And yeah, if you have like, if you go Yuntal, Infinity Lord Dominix, you know, you buy attack damage mostly. Some attack speed from the runes is nice. It feels good. Increases your DPS. If you don't know how I play Jinx, I go maximum DPS. If I die, it's kill issue. That's how I play the game. That's how I like to play it. Because of that, I feel like I pop off in many teamfights. It's very cool. So yeah. And then we go to the cashback. So cashback rune. Roll cashback. Let's do some research together. Cashback. This rune gives you a percentage of your gold back when you buy a legendary item. Cool, right? And right now it's 6%, it gets buffed to 8%. So let's do some math. Calculator. Let's say you buy Yuntal, right? Yuntal is a 3000 gold item. How do we calculate? What's 8% of 3000? Well, you multiply by 0.08, right? That's 8%. And you get 240 gold. So I got a notepad prepared as well. So cashback gold. You get Yuntal gives you 240 gold. Good. Boots, you don't get money from boots because it's only legendary item. I'm quite sure we can check legendary items. Right? Here. Right? And boots are not legendary items. They're boots. You know, they're just not legendary. Cool. So you get 240 gold. What about Infinity Edge? Let's say if you want to go the Infinity Edge route. Well, Infinity Edge is, if I remember correctly, 3,450. Multiply that by 0.08, you get, right, 276. Okay, and you plus 240, so you get 2 items, you know, 516 at 2 items. Okay, that's the value. That's what cashback gives you at 2 items. I'm gonna talk about 2 items the most because I feel like once you get 2 items on Jinx, that's when you come online. If you go Infinity, Yuntal Infinity Edge, that's where like most games are decided. You know why? Because Atakan is a thing that happens around 20 minutes. And at around 20 minutes is when you usually get your 2 items. And something that helps with that is Curl. You know why? Well, Curl is something I always say, like Curl, Longsword, BF Sword plus Absolute Focus to show minions, remember. Well, Curl, alright, this Curl over here, how much gold does it give you? Well, it gives you 350 plus 100, and then when you sell it, you get 180 gold. Okay, so Curl equals 180 gold. And you finish this usually before 2 items. Right, so Curl delays your first item, which is Yuntal, which is not even that strong by itself anyway until you stack the crit. And Curl delays that first item and gives you the 2 item power spike faster, Yuntal Infinity Edge. And that's why I buy Curl every game, plus the 2-shot of the minion wave. It just works so well, it's so fun to play like this. And you combine this 180 gold with the Yuntal 240 gold, and suddenly you're like 420 gold, nice, closer to buying Infinity Edge. That's the gold value you get. But then there's a different rune here that people tend to forget about, the free boots. And you can choose between cashback and free boots. The boots give you 300 gold. Like, you get free boots, so you don't have to buy boots. You get 300 gold, which is more than Yuntal. So you're 60 gold faster to get your second item, Infinity Edge. Is that crazy? So it's like, why would you buy cashback when you could just get the free boots that also give you 10 movement speed, by the way? And 10 movement speed, how much is 10 movement speed worth? I don't know, like 100 gold or whatever. We can look at the exact numbers. The movement speed is less important. I'm going to focus on the damage mostly. But yeah, it's still better to go free boots than cashback. Because who cares? Like, Infinity gives you more gold and then you have 500 gold at 2 items. Whatever. You already are online. You already have your items. Game is so a lot of times decided at this point anyway. So who cares? That's kind of how I see it. So I would never take free boots. I would never take cashback instead of free boots. And on top of that, you know what people just forget as well? Absolute focus, Gathering Storm. Okay? LOL absolute focus. LOL Gathering Storm. So these two runes, okay, give you stuff that scales with your level or with duration of the game. And let's look at Gathering Storm here together. When do you usually get 2 items? Around minute 20. What level are you usually at minute 20? Well, you're around level 12-ish at around minute 20. 11, 12, 13, depends how ahead or behind you are. Let's go with like the medium, like level 12, you know? You are level 12. So, how much AD do you get at level 12? 16.5. Let's say 16. Or we go 15 for level 11 if you want. Let's go 15 AD. Cool. So absolute focus equals 15 AD, like minute 12. Let's the lower number, 15. What about Gathering Storm at minute 20? Well, Gathering Storm gives you 14.4. Gathering Storm equals 14.4 AD. Cool. So let's say it's 15 and 15 AD. Cool. Well, look at this. 14.4 attack damage is 500 gold. Equals 500 gold. 504 gold. Then it's 15 AD, it's a bit more, but I'm still going to say 504 gold. So it's like Absolute Focus plus Gathering Storm. They both equal like 1,000 gold at minute 20. Like, cashback at minute 20 gives you 500 gold worth of value, worth of stats. 500. Like, this is just twice as good gold-wise. And yeah, like, attack damage is the most important like stat you can get on Jinx. Because attack damage is what your basic attack scale with, is what your crits scale with, it's what your abilities scale with, what your rockets scale with, your W, your ulti. Everything just scales of AD. So these are good stats that actually help you. You know, and it's like, yeah, you could get these extra gold, like from the Junta, let's say, and the curl. And this curl gold also, you can put this curl gold here as well, right? Because I buy curl every game. And yeah, like you get so much stuff. It's insane. And why would you like get a bit more extra gold to rush your infinity when instead you could get all this attack damage and you're gonna get your infinity at minute 20-ish every game basically, maybe a bit later sooner, who the hell knows? Every game is different. And it's like, now you're much stronger because you have more damage for your Infinity Edge to amplify crits with. Because crits scale from AD, remember. And this is my logic. And besides that, remember Absolute Focus? Hey, you can two-shot minions. Buy Curl Longsword, Absolute Focus BF, that's it. You two-shot casters, you push faster, you're in the game faster. You could say, oh, but if I buy the free boots, get 300 gold, and I get 10 movement speed, which 10 movement speed, let's say 10 MS, is like 150 gold. I know it's too much, probably. It's way too much, more like 100. But yeah, look at that. Damn. Extra gold, 100. Well, I'd rather have Absolute Focus and two-shot the wave So I have to spend 1 less auto attack and 20 less mana on the wave, so I can actually move faster and join my team faster. So in a way, this 10 movement speed is less than this because you kill the wave faster, so you can move faster. Just using a bit of logic. In the real game, that's kind of what happens. So hopefully like this kind of made you understand like how I use my runes, how I play the game. This is kind of how I approach it. I do my research this way, just freaking Google it, and you can find all the information you need. The wiki, official wiki, is just so good, honestly. You can just look at everything, do all the research, look at the patch notes. Oh, cool that they buff it, but it's not enough. Like, you know, maybe I'm talking only about my situation, but I feel like most people should definitely play 2 items on Jinx. And, you know, if you get to 3 items, 4 items, that's more like a bonus. You know, cool. I mean, if the game is late game, cool. You're going to get, you know, all your items. And people forget the fact that you also get more gold the later in the game you are. Because you destroy waves faster. You might get shutdowns. You might get turrets. You get way more gold as the game goes on compared to the early game. So I'd rather, you know, not take a scaling rune that gives pure gold. Because also, if you're full build, this rune is useless. If you're full build, gold is useless. But if you're full build and have Absolute Fog Gathering Storm, I mean, damn. By the way, this is 1,000 gold at level 12. What if you're level 18 on this? It's almost doubled on this, on Absolute Focus, and Gathering Storm, like minute 40 game, let's say. Oh my god. Look at the stat value, the goal value, Jesus. So yeah, that's my logic. Let me think what you know. Because I've seen some other people do different builds, different runes all the time on Jinx. And I experimented with so many things already. And I'm always going back to this. Because this one just feels the best. Like sometimes going by feel is also very valid. But I feel like what I'm doing on Jinx has the feeling right. It feels nice to play with this setup. And also, it has the math backing it up, be it gold value or be it pure damage. My build and runes deal the most damage. That's a fact. I do the math, like, you know. So, until next time, take care. See ya.